Welcome back to another festive Friday. If you're new here, my name is Leah, and today I am so excited to share with you two of our family's traditional Christmas morning breakfast. They are one-pot meals. I think you're really going to enjoy them, and they're really easy to make while the kids are opening up their stockings on Christmas morning. You're not going to be in the kitchen for more than 10 minutes, and you'll be able to enjoy your morning with a cup of coffee in your hand and relax. So if you're ready to get started, let's go into the kitchen. The first recipe that I am sharing with you, we've always just called baked pancake. And I'm going to actually use a dry cookie mix because I have gingerbread flavor here already, and I love the flavor of this, but you can just use your own traditional pancake mix or even a homemade recipe that you have. Basically, you just need to have the batter ready to go. If you're going to use this mix like I am, then you're going to need to add 2 eggs, about 1 cup of milk, and about a tablespoon of oil, and that will give you a really good consistency. Of course, this is just me eyeballing it, and I'm not really sure the perfect recipe for pancakes using a cookie mix, but this worked out really well for me, and I feel like because there's already baking powder and baking soda in the cookie mix, it turns out really well. Now, if you accidentally add too much milk and it's too thin for your preference, then just go ahead and add in a little bit of flour, whisk it in until it's all incorporated, and you should be fine. Now, what makes this extra special for Christmas is the pie filling that you use on the bottom. Now, I love apple, my mom loves blueberry, my brother always liked to have cherry, so you find your favorite one and just put that onto the bottom of the cast iron or oven-safe skillet, and then you're going to pour the batter over top of that, and you don't even need any kind of cooking spray or butter, just let that go right on top. And then I am making it even more special with some pecans. Our favorite is pecan pancakes, so this gives us the best of both worlds. You're going to bake that at 350 until it comes out no longer jiggly, and then you can go ahead and just scoop it right out into individual portions. It will serve about 6 to 8 people depending on how big of a sweet tooth you have, and if you're serving this with eggs and bacon or anything else. But I like to go ahead and drizzle it with either some maple syrup or even caramel drizzle if you have that. So that's what I'm doing today. We ran out of maple syrup, so I'm using caramel. And I know, don't come at me. It is definitely dessert for breakfast, but that's what pancakes are. Am I right? So go ahead and enjoy this one on Christmas morning. You can thank me later. I promise it is going to be a hit. Now we can go ahead and move on to our more savory breakfast casserole. You can go ahead and serve both of these at the same time on Christmas morning, so you have a little bit of sweet and you have the savory. I am using 1 can of flaky biscuits, but you could also use crescent rolls. I'm also using some homemade sausage gravy. You could also just use a packet of gravy and then add your own cooked sausage to that. And then for the eggs, I'm adding in a couple ounces of shredded cheese, and I'm mixing that up with some salt and pepper to make sure that they're seasoned really nice. And then we're just going to layer everything together. Now, I like to peel apart the flaky biscuits so that I have a thinner layer on the bottom, and then I have a thin layer on the top of everything. But you could end up just using 2 cans of biscuits and having thicker biscuit on the bottom. That's completely up to you. So once you have everything layered like this, we're going to put it into the oven at 350 until the biscuits are nice and golden brown. The eggs should be cooked all the way through. You can always test that with a toothpick, and you just enjoy. It is so simple, especially. Now, I like to put thinner pieces of the biscuit down into the casserole dish first, let that bake at 350 for about 5 to 10 minutes, just so that they're not quite as doughy. Once you layer everything else on top, it just gives it more of a chance to cook all the way through without being soggy whatsoever. So then I'm just going to layer everything else on top. Let this bake in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until both the biscuits and the eggs are cooked all the way through. And I hope that this gave you inspiration. I know that these meals are delicious, they are easy, and they are special. So let me know in the comments if you try them for Christmas. And until the next video, I will see you down there.